isn't pushing hard so that the Zyra can be looking to do solo invades or just out-tempoing the Maokai, because for me, when I look at most of the skirmishes that are happening, I don't really see them as winning, so I don't really see a lot of win conditions from BDS outside of just the Zyra.
It looks like they're posturing for it.
Walking up anyway, at least getting a bit of vision. Very late decision. 2 contests, not a lot of certainty there.
It's too difficult when Nuke is walk into a lane and throw down some plants, and that's really all you can do. But for me, I'm very curious to see in this game the KC bot lane. Oh, no, we got a fight.
That's the public execution. Kana trying to dash out, flash out the wall just short. Midinar now coming through. 113 full committing for the dive. But the ulti is there. Rewarded quite well. Of course, he didn't really have much else to go for, as you noted earlier. Just speed clearing through these camps, resets back to topside. Irrelevant trying to force his way in. Maybe get a good reset. Good sidestep. Kana's still going all in. He might not even need the ulti. Irrelevant not stacking rage at all, but there comes the Talia. Vladdy gonna look for the setup here. Irrelevant gonna dodge the flick back, but it's likely gonna die anyway. Takes a bit more time. Good roam from Vladdy. His pick still, right? You get so much of that passive vision. Yike just continuing to throw saplings in to keep track. Targamas caught out briefly, trying to burst the Braum, and they'll be successful. Maokai ult used. It will just be the 1-for-1. Paris traded for Targamas.
It's a 1-for-1 support trade, but it looks like Grubs might go over to KC, or they might continue fighting.
Flash away from the flick. Nice placement from 113, or excuse me, from Vladdy. 113 caught out. This is big for the side of KC. Giving over 6 Grubs to a Gnar that had started to win side lane would have been pretty devastating. Instead, grabbing their second complete objective, BDS committing a lot of time, a lot of resources, ultimately to walk
with that as KC.
And I think the struggle here is, we saw what BDS were willing to invest in 113. Zyra's let through. We're always going to have to be the ones walking in. Is Irrelevant. Trying to force the play. Nice knockback. Doesn't quite connect the wall for the extra damage. Kind of uncertain where to go. Lots of poke coming in from 113. It looks like it's going to be another finished kill here. While up there, another kill down for Irrelevant. Nuke in decent position. Has the culling. As long as Vladdy's got that flick, he has to be careful. Unraveled Earth already down. Nice dash back. Does eat the stun, but doesn't eat.
Treads onto 113, and I was thinking, could be.
You know what? This is a time where we're very blessed to have internet access. As the fight's breaking out, knockup is there. 113's ultimately not going to connect for too much damage. Excellent poke to start the fight. And suddenly KC are running wild. Perfect. Definitely are. Ultimately getting those kills, able to transition to the objective. Staying close as we get later in the game is a good sign. And you can see 113 does some okay initial damage, but without any of the follow-up there, it's just not enough.
Oh, he's going Kraken Slayer. I don't like it. I feel like it's hard for him to auto-attack in this game, and we have maybe more action. No, okay, they're just having a little bit of stand-up break, but I think KC are heavily favored if they have the first control. But Irrelevant's onto a flank here.
On the side, managed to find Yike. Interrupt now coming in. Targamas trying to get a bit more space. Vladdy going golden. Managing to back up. Plants are huge there. Good poke back. Kliss trying to re-engage. Kana now on the chase. Irrelevant not able to finish that job. It's a scattered fight from BDS. It's not the same for KC. Confidence in calling their team.
That's true, but I'd say, hey, it's a chem tank, you know?
I think it's fine. But also, if you're in the position to get 4 Drakes, you're likely in the position where you'll get first setup on Elder.
BDS are setting up this Atakan here. Decide not to go for it.
Splitting. Not worried about the false life.
Yeah. Nuke is ulting it.
Just wants to complete it because they know they need to go to the next objective.
10 seconds.
Okay, taking stock. Flashes up. Everyone but 113 on the side of BDS. Maybe they can look to do this. They have no vision, but they have the false life. But again, the nurse to it mean it's not reliable to come back to the fight. If you get locked up, you could be done. Paris trying to buy a bit more space. KC still on the objective. Vladdy looks like he might get caught. Pullbacks there from the face call. Objective getting lower and lower. It looks like it's going to be the soul, and it will be for the side of KC. BDS, do they still want the fight? They've got the false life. They've got an extra life. Knock into the wall. 3 people locked up, with the Braum is there to body block, and it's Kana to turn the fight. Kana and Kliss back to back in the midst of everything as Nuke on the side gets nothing done. Targamas to finish the kill. Members of BDS sent packing.
And it's KC with individual outplays. Send all 5.
Is a bit early. 8K getting lower. Arrow dodge. Flash out from 113 means there's no way for him to get into the pit. They're just going to grab this. BDS now need to play for the exit. 113 to the back line. Manages to get the ulti down, but he has no Zanyas, and there's no follow-up. Irrelevant is finally here, but he can't get involved. Instead, he's trying to twist on the Kana, but Kana's already flashed out. KC completely dumpstering BDS. Absolutely styled on BDS.
He already got the Nash, and it's a beautiful flash from Kana to avoid the Gnar ulti, which just results in 4 members going down for BDS.
That was already a desperation look from Irrelevant.
I don't think it could have gone more.
No matter what. Engaging Zyra is definitely not my forte, but oh, we got another fight there.
Wall is there. Ice manages to walk away, not quite pinned by the wall. Relic, keep your eyes on that Meganar. Maybe can turn it. Vladdy goes golden, timing a little bit off on the solar flare. Nuke now finally there. Targamas will find a knock up onto one. Flank coming in from Kana. And Bessa in. Public execution doesn't hit. Now it's a chance for BDS to turn because they got so much time to auto. Colin going down. Kana in the backline. Cutting through everybody. It's a triple for Kalist. Nuke next on the list. The Quadra there as well. KC again. Just obliterating.
Kalist is running them down, and that's an ace for KC. And with the Baron buff, I think they're going to be able to end the game.
I think that's a pretty safe bet. The fights have just been cleaner. And BDS, every time they've tried to throw a punch in late game, it has come back twice as hard to hit them.
Paris is up here. He could try to defend, but actually, Targamas, they're not looking to end, actually. Wow.
I started saying Penta whenever I got 2 kills.
Well, maybe Penta is the angle, the fight kicking off. Vladdy already laying down the wall. Colin coming out. Immediate ball damage isn't quite there. Kalist caught out. Locked to the Iron Solar. He's living for an extra second. He's still standing. I don't want to hear anybody talking smack about Hextech. He's still alive, and KC killing everybody once again. BDS managed to find one. Nuke still standing for a brief moment, but all of KC now on the chase. Nuke, how fancy can he get with it? Some extra slow coming in from 113. A flashback safety trying to finish off Targamas, trying to get a bit more damage down. Vladdy keeping it going. It just does not matter. KC too far ahead. Kalist still alive, grabbing the Elder.
And KC go 5 for 0 with the Elder, surely being able to end the game now, but you have to feel for BDS. It was so close. If Kalist is just 20 HP lower, he ends up falling, and the fight could look completely different.
KC so dominant in these 5v5s. The investment into that aggressive AP jungle option, the Zyra, not paying off for BDS.
It was a great Kalista game from Kalist. I'm very happy with how he played. Overall, both carries from the side of KC, mid and ADC, just maneuvered every team fight beautifully, built up an individual CS lead, were just more impactful.
Certainly were. 13.1k gold lead, dominant finish after what was a relatively quiet early game. KC taking game 1 in this best of 3.
Star. That
Sivir
would be crazy. Oh wow, he actually ends up locking it in. So typically, whenever you want to be Sivir, you always ban Alistar because you can't spell shield his combo.
Yeah.
But Ice doesn't care.
Ice has locked it in. And I will say to BDS, they're like,
It's in the bush.
we'll find out, but I think too late. Finally spots Yike, wants to commit for the fight anyway. Nice angle coming under the wind, becomes lightning. Trying to stop any follow-up. Vladdy trying to cover, but that's first blood. 113 can just start to trade back. Nuke now on the way in, level 3. Does he have the gravity field? Looks like the answer is no. A few more seconds. But still, Yike will eventually hit level 6. The playmaking will still be so easy, so reliable for the side of KC. Can they continue this snowball with 113, still retaining a lot of that individual identity, being the aggressive playmaker, them being willing to use their resources in a way that supports what 113 wants to do? Reminds me of the Rogue series last week where they're going to back up.
It's a great trade from KC, but 113. Does he just want to hit the tower plate?
Yike on the way in.
Just pressuring the dive here a little bit. Oh, yeah.
Going all in here. Ulti coming out. Vladdy caught up and locked out.
Oh
That
my.
is perfect. Out, but they will start it anyway. 3 members starting.
Rumble has
4
first
and
move
5
here.
on the way. Good call out. Rumble on the way first. Kana, does he want to burn the TP? BDS hesitating a bit. Midwave is even. They want to try to fight through the choke, but this could be devastating. Kana in position with the equalizer.
Varus?
Doesn't quite have the cooldown yet. I take it back. Now Kana has been caught out. 113 in the midst of the entire team trying to step back. Combo now coming in. Ulti on the cross the top. 113 doing good damage. Feet of Warfare coming through in favor of BDS. 2 grubs taken down for KC, but how much will it cost them? Miss on the Q3 coming in from Irrelevant. Patience from Vlad as he finally flashes. KC will walk away.
It's a fight on 2 sides, and BDS win both. They're able to take down both Yike and Kana, despite Kana
Team
being...
that are pretty comfortable if we get later into this game. What a fantastic start. And I think this is the value proposition when you lock in a champion.
And just having this kind of psychopath style, but Paris has a great flank here on the Kana.
Kana retreating. Shattering strike, clean combo. Gravity field comes out as well. Kana just a bit too far here on this wave. Tries to get some damage back, but ultimately just likely to just get first move around mid, and it'll only get easier as he continues to stack with the Yutol. 1-3. Has he been caught out? Good initial damage. Ulti to mitigate a little bit here. Nuke now trying to follow up. 1-3 still alive for an extra second, flashing over the wall. Following Yike. I don't think that's what he was looking for. Now it's Nuke who's in trouble. They may have bet a little bit too much. Q3 ready to go. Shattering strike to buy a bit more space. Vladdy on the way out. BDS.
And it's a great big back
in the first place.
That's true.
And it's that tight margin, that gray area between the black and white of extreme aggression and extreme passivity that so many players struggle to walk. To find that line as Yike grabs the Herald.
It's Drake. Oh, but Paris sending it on Targamas.
Targamas, Aftershock down. Does still have his ulti. Wind becomes lightning.
Really good chunk.
Gravity field down could be big. 1-1-3 with an initial knockback. Vladdy fishing for an angle. Decent equalizer, but there's not really much follow-up. BDS now comfortable to step forward. On the hunt used. Paris following up. Getting the flash out of Con at the very least. Yike now locked up. Taken out. BDS. They saw those cooldowns missing. Vladdy checking.
Great bounce back from BDS. Really
Certainly.
showing that despite, you know, being able to throw a little bit, they're not out of it just yet.
Nope. And the fact that they can just once again bring that discipline back in the clutch. Born much fruit in terms of advantages for KC.
And I hope that BDS doesn't tunnel too much for this Atakan. I think playing for
Needed to use the ulti in the 1v1, so now they're trying to deny this. No jungler here. 1-1-3 going to be too late. 2K getting low, or can they get the fight? Vladdy managing to lock up multiple members, flashing to the backline now, snapping back immediately. Rumble Equalizer connecting onto Ice and onto Nuke. Yike now into the backline. KC, this could be big, but BDS are stronger. The Meatballs taking over. 1-1-3 onto Vladdy. Another kill going through, and Nuke on a rampage.
Here. No TP on either Vladdy or Kana, but I think Yike wants to try to steal.
All eyes on Yike. 6K, objective getting lower. If they go together, there might be an angle. 1-1-3 has his ulti as well. Paris on the way in, 4K trying to zone, gravity field over the wall, 3K getting lower. Yike, does he want to commit? 50-50. Yike with a flash, 1500, there should be no way in. Voracious Otacon down for BDS.
BDS got to run.
And BDS, now they're super comfortably in the driver's seat. It's only a 1.6K duel difference, but they have the false life buff.
I mean, my biggest...
BDS feeling comfortable starting this one up. Ice is now marked. Where's the follow-up going to be? Q3 there for Vladdy. 6-second timer. Can he find an opportunity to Q3? Dash forward, Q3 and hits relevant, trying to lock up Ice. Ice now marked out by the spell shield. Vladdy trying to retreat, but Ice just continues to rain down damage. Nuke going golden, but still managed to get the ult down. Vladdy trying to turn it. Kalist right in the midst of everything. 1-1-3 getting one back, has the false life, wants to get a little bit more. Knock up now down on Kana, wants to kill Kana as well, but he's withdrawing. Irrelevant needs to get the hell out too. That's another false life. 200 gold to the side of KC. Should be able to grab him as well. Irrelevant running, knocked up, unstoppable now as he turns back. Nice bit of gold to KC. Stop the Baron play at the who again, still only behind 1,000 gold. If they can find more fights like that, it won't look too bad. Nuke clearing. Ice now 3 items.
Now we have the...
Tough for them to enter. Wait for it. All ultis are going to come at the same time from KC. It has to be one clean shotgun, one perfect engage. Targamas finding 2, immediate knockup. Ulti going through, but Nuke will still manage to lay down an ulti of his own. Gravity field down as he buys a bit more space, but the shutdown is there. Kalist finding 1, and he's instantly into the backline. Paris getting deleted. The Cathy and Rain coming through. 1-1-3 now running for his life. The ulti is massive from Nuke, but it will not win them the fight. Kana, Kalist. Vladdy standing strong.
And what a heroic engage from Targamas. He gets nearly a 4-man with his flash. Alistar Q setting up this fight for KC, and they're going to be able to deny the Cloud Soul once again.
KC staying in this.
It's a bit too risky getting flanked from either side. Oh, they're going to actually go for it.
Looks like they probably, or maybe correctly assumed that Vladdy was continuing to push an extra wave.
Gets to push in that bot wave deep. And now KC are able to respond as Irrelevant has to catch the bot wave and Nuke catches control and started once again. Oh, Kalist.
Flash. Onto Ice. Knockup is there. Kalist immediately going in. It's Ice now running out to safety. Paris looking for the disengage and Ice remaining untouched. Kalist already ulti down. Vladdy needs to find a way with an ulti of his own, but Ice is ready with the spell shield. It's not going to work at all. Irrelevant though, taken out. Ulti resetting now. Coming in. The Victor continuing to chase. Nuke looking for more. Kana off to the side. Vladdy Q3 ready to go. Dragon getting lower. Paris sees him now. Kalist ready to go in a moment's notice. No ulti for Targamas. Ulti now coming out. Isolating Yike. Yike going unstoppable. Dragon take it down. Yike gets it in the midst of the chaos. BDS trying to force the fight, but KC, a single blink of an eye. BDS have disappeared.
And KC have done it again. Targamas gets a 5-man Alistar knockup. And that's an ace for KC as they take down all 5 members and they're looking to end the game.
It shouldn't be possible. They were so patient. They were so disciplined around the flank from Vladdy. But Yike, the ulti, the smite, securing the objective, the rest of his team taking the fight. It's a thing of beauty from KC. And again, if you looked away for 30 seconds, anyone who went to the bathroom thinking this one was going to take a few more minutes, the game is just over. A single decisive fight from this composition. It took 35 minutes for them to find it, but when they found it, That was all it took. KC 2-0 over BDS.
And what a great series and game from Targamas. I thought Rel was the champion that would get 5-man engages, but it was Targamas this game that kept getting great engage.